how do we want to do this? We have this feature now where you can click on a username in the forum, and it links you to what is, currently their public profile page, but all it surfaces right now are the topics that that person has posted. And for a lot of people, that's not very many, if any at all, because they are, replying to a comment that somebody else has posted, or they're posting a comment on a topic themselves, or they're just liking someone's activity. So that's not surfacing like the true contributions that they have made in our forum. So we were looking at like overall contributions, and then just an aggregate surfacing like how many comments you've posted, how many likes you have given, how many likes you have received, how many likes you have given yourself, which is kind of a gross thing, but you're probably guilty of a few. No? You went through and undid all of yours because you know
I don't think I've ever done it. I'll look. Does it say on there if I look right now?
It does, yeah.
No, I have 0.
So the profile pages are going to launch, and I think that we're going to sort of phase in the features over time, so that we can, number one, sort of get everybody acclimated to like what's going on here, but number two, like give me an opportunity to like release it a bit and be like, okay, is that cool? Is that stable?
So when you have done that before, as on the forum features, and people kind of react to stuff as it comes out, no doubt people make suggestions and requests about stuff that's like already in the works or even already basically done. Do you also get feedback from people that, did people ever suggest a thing that sort of wasn't on the list that makes you go, oh yeah, that'd be a good idea?
A good example of that is the dark mode theme, where it's like the request was, I think, a good one, which was like, I want to visit the forums at night, maybe on my tablet in bed, and the blinding like white background is like, flooding the room with light. That was a feature that I didn't have planned, but I was able to do that, basically give a setting that put the forum in a black background or a dark background with some lighter text, and I think that's a better experience when you're doing it, seeing the forums at night.
I want to get, users could do this for themselves, but like a sort of likes per comment average.
I think there's a lot of cool, like we came up with the one that we call altruism, which is how many likes are you giving out with respect to how many topics and comments and replies that you're posting. And it's a way to see basically how stingy people are with the likes that they give. And I happen to be pretty stingy. I have an altruism score that is less than 1, which means that I'm not adding as many likes as content that I'm putting out, which is like, kind of, you're an asshole if you're doing that.
I was at 0.5.
Maybe that means that the likes that I give out are more important than the likes that somebody else is giving. So
I was going to say that my likes are not cheap. They're for real.
They're for real.
I don't just go through and star a thing just because, as a way to say like, yes, I saw this.
It means your likes are really more like loves than they are likes.
What about your most liked comment or topic? Your high score?
Your personal high score?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be maybe something neat to surface. So that is a good point. We're trying to provide the like in aggregate stats in this conversational flow. We think that that's like neat. We think that people will probably compare, your own personal aggregate stats with other people's aggregate stats. And we had some of this when we did the what was that we did? Oh, it was for our birthday. It was for our birthday where we calculated all of this data and then sent a personalized email out to folks that said, hey, here's a look back of the first year on Meta. Here's what you did. And we saw some of this in the forum where people were sharing their own personal stats. We had the idea to do better profile pages from the day we launched, but seeing that activity sort of confirmed that it would be a good idea to have that data that people were sharing on their own profile pages. So the idea is to provide that sort of aggregate level of stats and then surface underneath that, like, drill down specific detail about basically a news feed. I mean, it's like, this isn't something that we've invented, I don't think. Like, it is basically a news feed. It is basically Twitter or Facebook for Meta. Like, this event happened, this event happened, this event, and it's in a timeline.
So when do you expect these profile pages will allow me to do stuff like create my own little animated avatar that shows up every time I post a comment, and also like a pretty long quote at the bottom, or like footer for my comments that's like, you know, something like something about freedom and tyranny and gun control or something that can show up in a big block of text every time I post Me Too.
Every time you post, yeah, right. So yeah, I don't think forum signatures are ever going to be a thing. There were a few that were out in the community that were like, you know, man, I really don't want another like profile that I have to go edit my background image and pick my avatar and write a bio and like do all that stuff. And so I think that we've done a pretty good job of getting something that is interesting and unique to you just based on the activity that you're doing. And I think that's why we wanted to have those conversational bits on the profile page. It's like, it is a profile page that you did not have to do any work to actually get, you know, your unique personality across in the forum, I think.